Good evening, students, and welcome back to ptscadexpert and myself, Architect Kumar Padir from the city of Surat in Gujarat. And we are assembled here for this particular course, Master Diploma in Revit Complete Live BIM course, which is the combo of architecture plus structure plus MEP, of which I am the tutor for architectural segment, and structure and MEP will be dealt by different faculty. Okay, a bit about this ptscadexpert. As you all know, that we are a group of professional enthusiasts which belongs to different streams of this engineering and complete AEC industry, that is architecture, engineering, and construction industry. And the vision is quite simple and clear. Agenda that is keep learning and keep growing. Okay, so we are here for this particular course, Revit BIM. Fine. So building information modeling. What is building information modeling? It is basically a holistic process, a concept, and a lot of software deals with this particular BIM. But Revit has been proven to be best so far since it deals with all the three segments of this AEC industry. That is architecture, electrical, architecture, structure, and MEP. And MEP itself is a big wing. Fine. So as I said, that MEP itself includes mechanical, electrical, and plumbing. Wherein mechanical includes HVAC, that is heating, ventilation, air conditioning system. Then we have uh, electrical and plumbing. So we today in this design fraternity belong to different segments, and we often end up making repetition of the same set of drawing in different entities and different units. So this is where building information comes into picture. So what is BIM? That is building information modeling. It's nothing but a holistic process of accumulating data starting from conceptual stage and going up till the final end product, analyzing the data, documenting the data, and the coordination of that particular data. Which data? That is the building, essential building assets, the data which pertains to the construction of building on site. Fine. So here is we come again to this particular dashboard. This is the newly updated dashboard of ptscadexpert. Fine. And this is the course Master Diploma in Revit BIM, under which, under content, you will be able to have this particular folder, Revit BIM, parametric modeling, architectural modeling. And I've been conducting this particular course from September 22, and this is the ninth batch. So if you want, you can have the look for the previous batch videos under this particular folder, of which the students who are belonging to different course would not have access to. What I'm saying is that here, for this particular, right now, the students who have assembled here for this particular class are belonging to different courses, that is diploma in building design, then master diploma in architectural design, Revit live professional course with V-Ray and Enscape, which was earlier dealt by a different faculty. Fine, but so from now onward, this will be dealt by me, and hopefully from next batch, I'll be even conducting structure and MEP as well. Fine. So under your preferred course, if I just, for example, if I just go to this particular Revit live professional course, then under this content, I have really recently made this particular folder. Fine. Under which you will find the videos which will get updated on daily basis. Fine. After the classes, so you can just go through the videos from that particular designated folder. Fine. Okay. And if you are a BIM student, then you just have to go to this master diploma in Revit BIM and go to content, and you will find the videos of all the earlier batches conducted by me. Fine. And also you will find this particular all project SCAD file, which is sorry, which is the AutoCAD file of the live projects they have been conducted by me so far. This you will find on YouTube PTS CAD Expert channel also under the playlist Revit BIM. Fine. And for the students who have joined from different courses, I will just forward you the AutoCAD drawings, the AutoCAD file of this particular different live projects that have been made by me, of which the video you will find on YouTube, and the AutoCAD file I'll forward in designated group. Okay. So the format of the classes goes like every day. The classes will be conducted from Monday to Thursday, 6:30 p.m. Start time, the end time is not decided. Fine. And so Friday, Saturday we will have off, and on Sunday we will have a big lecture of, let's say, 1 to 2 hours or maybe more than that. Fine. Now regarding this classes, every day 6:30 p.m. the class will start, and every day in the end 10 to 15 minutes we will have the doubts and queries section. But that doubts and queries will be pertaining to that the topic that has been taught, particularly on that day. If you want to ask for a generalized doubts and query, then we have separately kept a different day and designated day, that is on Sunday. We'll have a general doubts and query session in the beginning, half an hour or like so, and then we will continue with the class. Okay, fine. So now let's start with this particular course. And yes, this is the PDF which I have just forwarded in our WhatsApp group. You can just go through. We will be following this particular chronology for this particular course with these topics and subtopics, wherein some of the fields might overlap. For example, this material and render is ninth topic, but the overview of that will be given today itself in the first class. So sorry. So you can just go to this particular PDF. And now let's, without wasting a single second, let's jump into the interface of Revit. Fine. So this is the home screen of Revit. Fine. Wherein basically Revit has the interface of Revit is divided into two parts. That is, one is the model category and another is the family category. Model category belongs to the project environment. Fine. Project files. And family categories involves to the hosted, nested, and embedded families, which are actually the part of this particular model category. Fine. So if I just click new, that will pop up this particular dialog box wherein it says that new project. And you have to select the template file, wherein this particular different template files are already loaded. If I just click browse, then it will take you up to this particular path. So every one of you just take a screenshot of this. I'm going to help you a lot. See program data Autodesk RVT 2024, and under that RVT 2024 we have three main folders which we need to be completely perfectly extracted. Then only we can work fluently with Revit. One is the family templates, which deals with this family file, as I just said. This is the template which deals with the project environment. Fine. So project file, sorry, or project file, which is this, the model category. Fine. So this is the project file. This is the family files, and this are the libraries which are required to which contains all the 3D elements which are the part of this particular project and for the project environment. Yes. So with this RVT 2024, I will just go to this particular templates, which is the project environment, and under this you have lots and lots of files and folders which are actually are no use. Of which what we will deal with is this two folders. That is, one is the English and another is this English Imperial. English refers to the metric system, that is mm, meter, and centimeter. And English Imperial refers to the feet inches, that is feet and inches. Okay. And this particular course will be led in Imperial system. But actually, as you will proceed on the class, you will realize that if you are working with Revit, then it is Revit is compatible between switching the units from Imperial to metric and vice versa. So it doesn't actually make any difference whether it is metric system or Imperial, because you can switch between units anytime. And I'll just show you that in a few minutes. So this default, you have this here, the commercial, construction, electrical, mechanical, plumbing, and lots of template files. Okay. Well, why is this bifurcation? Because an office, it is not necessary that only one office, as I said, that AEC construction, architecture, engineering, construction industry is a wide field and it has a lot of segments. So it is not important that a mechanical faculty or a plumbing consultant or a mechanical consultant is working in your office. So this particular different templates are for those guys, fine. But we will be dealing with this particular default architectural template and just open up and open. So default.ret is the extension of that, and that opens up the project interface. Fine. So now let me just acquaint you to this particular interface wherein you have this toolbars, properties, and project browser. You have this quick access toolbar. This is called quick access toolbar. This is the bottom visibility settings, visibility toolbar, bottom taskbar, visibility toolbar. Okay, these are some settings, and this all are the panels, build panel, circulation panels, model, room and area, opening, datum, workman, etc. And we have different tabs: structure, steel, precast, system. As I said, that Revit is the only software that deals with all the three segments of the AC industry: mechanical, electrical, plumbing, structure, everything. Okay, so these are the different tabs. Okay, for this particular architectural segment, we will be dealing with this particular. I will teach you structure because since last couple of batches I have learned structure also, so I will learn 80% of the structure part. Even I will cover that, and as I said, from next batch I will be even teaching MEP. So we will be dealing with this insert, then massing inside, collaborate, view, manage, and modify, and other this particular different tabs. Okay, so for introduction to this particular interface, often many of you might end up with this particular blank screen with no toolbar. Might happen in your case. So the first and the foremost step is that under this view tab, this is called tab, just go to this particular user interface and drop down. And from that, just like in AutoCAD, we right click the taskbar and we activate toolbars. I mean, पुराना AutoCAD की बात कर रहा हूँ. Right now, the AutoCAD is having this interface only. Fine. So if I go to the user interface, so you have the project browser and properties. Fine. And it might be possible that many of you might end up like this. So you will have to dock it as per your convenience. You can dock it anywhere. You can dock it horizontally, vertically, on left pane, right pane, bottom, whatever. But I am comfortable this way. Okay, so taskbar and properties. Fine. So that way we have docked this particular two important toolbars. Fine. Under this particular user interface, another important thing is this keyboard shortcut. So just like AutoCAD, in Revit also we have this provision. And a lot of shortcuts have been already added by me. For example, if I just go to the move command, then see your interface will be having MV for this particular move command. But I have changed this and entered M. Fine. So likewise, as and when you will get familiar with different commands, you can just toggle to that command and change your preferred shortcut from this particular file. Okay. Now, if I just go to 3D of this is the multidimensional software. So by default, this is the view cube in Revit. See, if I just, you see that, so compass, and if I just turn off this, it will turn off this particular compass, and this is called the view cube. And if you just see this particular view cube, then by default, अब अगर आप कोई भी व्यू ओपन करोगे तो ये एलिवेशन मार्कर्स है. तो व्हाट डज दिस एलिवेशन मार्कर रीड्स? यू सी दैट दिस इज नॉर्थ and in clockwise direction this is east, south and west. So in default, by default Revit में north यहाँ पे ऊपर होता है. ठीक है, ये YouTube के भी settings है. If I just go to this particular option, these are the different settings for YouTube, but वो छेड़ने की जरूरत नहीं है. Top right, bottom left, its size, its opacity and everything, some basic settings there. Okay, so now the first command for today is that, as I said, that Revit is the multi-dimensional software. अगर आपको आप 2D में क्या काम कर रहे हो, that you want to perceive in 3D, so you want this particular thing to view side by side, then just press WT and ZA मतलब zoom extend. ठीक है, सब कुछ zoom कर देगा AutoCAD की तरह. Okay, and you will have a side by side view of the 2D interface, the 2D part, at the same time you will perceive that element which you have drawn in 2D in third dimension also. Fine. So that is this particular thing. It is under this view tab only. Tab view, that is TW, and tile view, that is WT. ठीक है, तो वापस मैं कर देता हूँ ये WT मतलब tile view, and I'll just go to this particular level 1. Okay, these are the elevation markers as I said. Okay, now the first step that you do while coming by opening this particular interface Revit is that you go to south elevation. ठीक है, और आप लेवल सेट करोगे. ठीक है, तो लेवल कैसे सेट करते हैं रेविट में? अंडर दिस आर्किटेक्चर टैब you see this under the datum panel. All these are panels: build panel, circulation, model, as I said earlier. This is datum panel. Under this datum panel you have this level. LL is the shortcut. Fine. LL enter करता हूँ and as soon as you hover your mouse you see that you can snap to any distance. For example हमारा बेसमेंट है पार्किंग जो 10 फीट पे है तो मैं 10 फीट पे क्लिक करूंगा यहाँ पे एंड आई जस्ट ड्रैग so eventually that level has been created. ठीक है, this is the sign of finish on finish, it is an annotation. Okay, now after this I will just rename this level calling it basement. Okay, and yes, this is ground floor. This way you can rename the level. This is first floor. And likewise, the another way, another method of laying this particular levels is that press LL, ठीक है, and यहाँ पे ये draw toolbar है, इसे draw toolbar बोलते हैं. For this particular command, only this two of this are active. That is one is line. Line click करूंगा तो you can manually draw, and another is this particular pick lines. तो ठीक है, तो एक method है, आप manually hover कर सकते हो, अपना required distance आया, then you can drag the level. Another method is that you can pick lines. ठीक है, with pick lines you have this instance parameter that pops up. This are called the if for any command. This are the instance parameters. इसे instance parameters कहते हैं जो आप इंस्टेंट से चेंज कर सकते हो. For example, if I just change this offset to 10 foot and with this pick lines, if I just hover my mouse, then you see it pops up this dotted line saying that another level of data is created. And likewise, okay, you can go on adding your preferred levels. And this I will just change to second floor, okay. And finally, yes, करस्पॉन्डिंग व्यूज. तो ये देखो ये प्रोजेक्ट ब्राउजर में दो डिसिप्लिन है, तीन डिसिप्लिन है एक्चुअली, स्ट्रक्चरल प्लान, फ्लोर प्लान और सीलिंग प्लान. सारे डिसिप्लिन में वो चेंजेस हो जाएंगे और वो लेवल क्रिएट हो जाएगा. अभी ये लेवल 5 हैज नॉट येट बीन रीनेम सो इट इज पॉपिंग अप लाइक दिस. आई जस्ट गिव इट अ नेम टेरेस. ओके फाइन एंड यस रीनेम. फाइन. नाउ you see that this is not organized. Basement, first, ground, second. This is not organized as per its height. So what is the way out? Right now, don't go into the depth and detail of this. The detailed topic of that will follow. But I will just click this particular browser organization and I will just click new by level. अभी detail में मत जाइएगा. Just try to follow and you'll get the recording. So you'll no need to worry. I will just say that by family and type and sorted by associated level. Okay, and just click OK. Just click OK, and then I'll just choose from all. I'll uncheck all and I'll check this particular by level and just click apply. So automatically all the floor plans get organized according to their height, and this particular site is something that will keep popping somewhere in between, but that's okay. That's not a problem. Okay, but rest you will see that basement, ground, first, second, and terrace. It is organized now. इसका डिटेल टॉपिक आएगा बट अभी के लिए just take it like this. Okay, now if I just select this particular thing, then you see that this are the drag extent, this little bulb which you can drag and you can just snap in order to make this look in all in one alignment. Fine. Now bringing to your notice another thing is that basement. Yeah. Now, moving forward, under this project browser, you have this floor plans, this 3D views, this elevational views, legends, schedules, and under this, you have the section families, fine, which I have talked earlier in my introduction also, that what are these families. So, these are the different families which are the part of this particular project environment. And as I said earlier, Revit is a bunch and basket of lots and lots of families, nested and embedded families, one family hosting another family, and that particular family embedded again with another families. Fine. अभी थोड़ा ऊपर से जाएगा, but you will gradually follow as we proceed ahead with this particular topic and today's class. Fine, but you see that all this particular 3D element, this particular 3D drafting command under this build panel, डोर है, वॉल है, विंडो है. तो अगर मैं वॉल को क्लिक करता हूँ, सी इफ आई क्लिक वॉल, अच्छा एलिवेशन है तो वॉल क्लिक नहीं होगा, सॉरी. वॉल क्लिक करता हूँ तो ये सारी different types की walls which are predefined by Revit gets loaded, which you can host onto this particular project environment. Fine. Where you will find all this, as I said, this particular thing, see walls and under this basic walls, सारी different types की wall already defined है. Fine. Okay. So bunch and baskets of families, nested and embedded families, which pertains to 3D interface also, and this is the 2D interface. इसको 2D interface बोलते हैं. क्यों? बिकॉज दिस डजंट हैव अ थर्ड डिमेंशन. ये लेवल है, लेवल लाइन है, ठीक है. ओके, दिस इज द एनोटेशन. ये फिनिश अनफिनिश का सिंबल है, उसे एनोटेशन बोलते हैं. उसकी एक अलग कंप्लीट टैब है, एनोटेट. ठीक है. तो if I just select this particular thing, then what does it reads under this properties dialog box? You see that it reads level 1/4 inch of an head. Okay, if I just drop down and if I just select this to no head, then what difference do you notice between this two? यहाँ पे ये एनोटेशन फिनिश अनफिनिश का है, पर यहाँ नहीं है. फाइन. ऑल्सो ये लाइन को देखो, look at the spacing between the dashes for this particular line and look at the spacing between the dash for this particular line for this particular level. Okay, so this is the difference is that this is a different type and this is a different type. ठीक है. अगर मैं यहाँ से ये select करता हूँ and if I just go to edit type, what do you see? The dialog box pops up. Type properties का dialog box खुल जाएगा. Fine. And you see that it reads system family. What is this system family? Right now it is reading level. अगर मैंने यहाँ से ground floor में जाके wall और कोई भी wall draw की होती और यहाँ जाके edit में जाता तो system family basic wall ऐसा read करता वो. But this is a 3D element. Fine. So just like that, for 2D element also, annotations also, you see that level, no head. But the only difference is that 3D elements are enlisted here in this particular categories. When you drop down the family section, तो 3D elements सारे मिल जाएंगे. But 2D elements, ये 2D annotations जो है, उसकी सिर्फ families मिलेगी. Hosted और nested embedded families मिलेगी. For example, if I just select this particular level head, no head, level no head, system family level, and the type is no head. This is referencing the symbol level no head. ठीक है. वो कहाँ पे मिलेगा? As I said, under this family section, if I just go to this particular annotation symbols and if I drop down, तो यहाँ पे नीचे ये देखो level head circle and level head no bubble. ठीक है. ये जो फैमिली है कौन सी लेवल के अंडर नो हेड, उसे मैं एडिट टाइप करता हूं तो यहाँ पे आएगा लेवल हेड नो बबल. दिस इज द थिंग, level head no bubble, not grid, level head no bubble. And just like that, if I just go to this particular thing and if I just go to edit, then you have this level head circle. So this is basically referencing this family. Okay, level head circle. So I will just duplicate this and call this PTS level line. Okay, and we will just edit few properties or few parameters of this in order to understand. Line weight, I'll just change to 4, let's say 5. Color, I'll just change to red. Okay. And grid line patterns. So these are the different line patterns which are being provided by Revit just like AutoCAD. AutoCAD में भी predefined बहुत सारी line patterns होती है ना, वैसे ही Revit में भी बहुत सारी 2D line patterns Revit ने already define कर रखी है जो आप reference कर सकते हो. ठीक है. So from this, I'll just change this particular triple dash 5/16 of an inch. Let's say dash dot कहाँ गया? Where is dash dot? नहीं है? Yeah, this is it. Dash dot. Fine, 3/16 of an inch with symbol to level head circle. Fine, and I'll just click apply and OK. So with this, what you notice that now this is reading no head, but this line is reading PTS level line. And the customization that we did to it reflects here. For example, if I just select this and if I just go to edit type And from here, if I just remove this level head circle to none and apply an OK, then this thing will disappear. This annotation disappears. Fine? तो वो customization यहाँ पर reflect करेगा. I will again change this to level head circle, and with that symbol at end 1, end 2 is checked on by default, so you can see that here. Apply and OK. But if you want that particular level to be displayed at other end, then either you see this particular checkbox which you can check. So यहाँ पे भी दिखेगा, or else you can change that in the type property, going to edit type, and whatever changes you make to that particular type, जितनी भी types वो lines है, for example if I just select this particular all this lines and change this to PTS level line, ठीक है. अगर मैं यहाँ से इसको ये चेक करता हूं तो सिर्फ यहाँ पे ये चेंज हुआ. Why? Because this follows, this is an instance checkbox, instance parameter बोलते हैं इसे, ठीक है, which you can instantly check and uncheck. But if I just go to this particular type properties and change that required change, make that required change in its type, then that follows for the entire all the lines that belongs to that particular type in that particular category. ठीक है, clear? You might be thinking that so why sir wasting so much time on this? This is a very simple thing. लेवल रखना, लेवल बनाना, ये तो क्या है, एल एल करके फटाफट लेवल डाल दो, आगे बढ़ो. Why am I wasting so much of time on this? The reason being that if you might be working in any multinational firm or company, every office, whether it's a small scale or big scale, has its office standards for issuing the drawings. Fine? So if you go to create a working drawing of a project, then your office might also be having some standards already established. Fine? So at that time, all this particular things get helpful at that time. पता तो होना चाहिए ना कि कैसे होता है change. पता ही नहीं होगा तो change कैसे करोगे? Okay, one more thing I forgot to show you. LL, and at 18 inches, I will just create one level. Okay? तो यहाँ पे ये दोनों लेवल क्लैश हो रहे हैं. We cannot see the what do we say? What we have written, we cannot see it, we cannot perceive it. So at that time, one way out is this visibility graphics bottom taskbar. इसे बोलते हैं visibility graphics, visibility control bottom taskbar. Under that, you have this particular scale, view scale, which changes the scale of the drawing temporary on your screen. So if I just change this to, then you can now see this in different scale. Fine. But let's say that you want to take out the printout of this particular drawing of the south elevation in this scale only, 1/8 of an inch. Fine. So at that time, what you need to do is that you need to toggle this and press elbow. Fine. Press elbow and drag this. Or you can just take it out, and since this is locked, you need to unlock this, and then you can take this particular icon out. Fine. And that is how you can shuffle between this particular thing, and you can edit this thing. Fine. Okay. I will just delete this and press OK. So this was about the grid lines, the level lines. Now I will come to ground floor. Okay. And one very important thing which I forgot to show you is that along with the shortcuts, view, user interface, project browsers, properties and shortcuts, and the northeast southwest, एक चीज बहुत important बतानी रह गई was that UN enter, that is project units. The people who are using version of Revit earlier than 2023, अगर 2022 भी use कर रहे हो, then you will not have so many bifurcations and so many fields. Okay, but the latest version of 2024 has incorporated so many different wings and so many fields. But actually the speed, time, volume, currency ये तो कुछ काम का भी नहीं है हमारी ये इसी इंडस्ट्री के लिए. This pertains to different segments and different fields of people. Okay. So these are the few, under this discipline you have this common electrical, energy, HVAC, infrastructure, piping structure, different disciplines, but we will deal with this. For architectural segment, we will deal with this particular common. And under that, you have this angle, एज एंड व्हेन वी विल प्रोसीड अहेड विद दिस कोर्स, और जहां पे काम आएगा तो मैं हर एक यूनिट्स का यूज करके आपको समझाऊंगा कि क्या है ये यूनिट्स. बट जस्ट फॉर द ब्रीफ ऑफ जनरल ब्रीफ, angle and this particular rotation angle, both of these parameters refers to the degree of angle, gradient, meridians, and all that particular thing. Degree of angle between two 3D objects, okay, whether it is 2D or 3D, two objects के दो चीज के बीच का एंगल जो होता है, that deals with this angle and rotation angle. Slope is pertaining to the degree of angle when we provide slope. UN is the shortcut. Mass density क्या है वो मुझे नहीं पता, ठीक है. Area, of course, every one of you know what is area: square feet, square inches, square meters. And the best part of working with Revit is that, as I said, length. This distance is something pertaining to civil engineers, road stationing, bridges, railway and all उसका काम होता है, उसके लिए ये distance काम आता है. And this is also newly incorporated feature, तो मुझे भी इतना पता नहीं है. But what maximum we will be using is this particular length. And the best part of Revit is that you can switch between working units anytime. Fine. For example, if I just select this wall, WA is the shortcut. अगर मैं एक wall draw करता हूँ 10 feet की, let's say 10 feet, okay, and I will say that it's reading 10 feet. Now let's say that I want this particular unit to be displayed in metric system. So under this length, what I do is that I just go to year and meters. And what is this? Rounding. This rounding refers to precision of AutoCAD. And I'll say that round it up to 2 decimal places, and okay and okay. So with this analysis, I'll just select, then you see that it has automatically converted that fractional feet and inches, that unit, into metric system. And now it is reading this 3.0480. And why it is reading this? Because we have said that the precision will be 2 decimal places. Fine. So this is the best part of Revit. So UN, and again I will change this to feet and fractional inches, wherein we have rounding. I'll keep it 1/4 of an inch. ठीक है. Precision of AutoCAD मतलब 2 decimal places. 1/4 मतलब 2 decimal places. ठीक है. And I just click OK and OK. Fine. So this is one thing which I forgot to show. And while coming to this particular floor plan, first command is this grid. GR is the shortcut. Grid. One, and let me say that 1, 2, 3 and 4. But इसके पहले, sorry, delete, and I'll just click this particular wall command. Don't worry, wall in itself is a big command. It will take some 2 to 3 days to complete. But right now, just to make you explain this particular grid command, I need to draw some walls. Okay, so I will just select this particular wall, and with this generic 8-inch wall selected, I will say that wall and modify. Yeah, and this is the draw toolbar. जो level के लिए दो ही level, जब when we are placing level, only two commands appear. That one is line and one is pick line. But for walls, you see that so many tools, drafting tools appear. जिसमें से ये मैं rectangle select करता हूँ, and I'll just take it up to, let's say that first floor, and yeah, wall center line doesn't make any difference. Say that, yeah, wall center line, and I'll just draw this particular wall. Again, click this wall. 1, 2, 3. Don't worry how I'm drawing this and why I'm drawing this, but just follow 1 and 2. And you see that those walls have been created in third dimension also. As I said, that Revit is a multi-dimensional software. Fine. I'll just go to this particular ground floor and I'll just click GR, that is a shortcut for grid. And it opens up this particular drafting tools. Fine. Usme se, I will just, you see the importance of drafting, the efficiency of drafting in Revit. You see, it highlights this particular dotted line snapping to the center of this particular wall, wherein you can snap to the center and just draw this. Just rename this because earlier हमने वो कुछ grid line draw की थी, so that's why it accepted the preceding number. I'll just say that अगर यही grid line वापस draw करनी हो, So right click and you say that create similar. CS is the shortcut. Select that and say that CS. Okay, create similar. You see that it snaps the horizontals and the center line. Fine. So drafting becomes so easy. One, two. Now, again, I'll say that this and say that CS. How to draw this particular line? Grid line. ये grid line कैसे draw करेंगे? क्योंकि ये wall जो है वो तो slanted है, angle पे है. At that time, you see that at a time you can just place one grid. If I want to continue within this wall, then what to be done? So just press undo, Control Z, and again select this and say that CS. And under this, you have this multi-segment grid. Fine. Places column segmented grid lines, column segmented grid lines in the building design. ठीक है? तो मल्टी सेगमेंट पे क्लिक करता हूँ तो ड्राफ्टिंग मोड में आ गए. ठीक है? वेरी अगेन यू हैव टू ऑप्शन, वेदर यू कैन पिक लाइंस और यू कैन ड्रॉ मैन्युअली. मैं स्मार्टर वे ऑप्शन यूज करूंगा, पिक लाइंस. And with pick lines, since this wall is 8 inch wide, I'll just enter the offset of 4 inch. ठीक है? And मैं यहाँ पे क्लिक करता हूँ. 1, 2. With this, I'll just take this particular lines to this end segment. Connect करूंगा मैं इधर. And then I will select this tool, line. And that is how I will draw this particular grid line. Okay, and just finish. Okay, so that is how this particular grid line has been created. Again, I will say that CS, and this time I just need to say that pick lines and with offset of 4 inch. I just click here and sorry, CS, and again I guess that multi-segment, and with that pick lines and offset of 4 inch and just click. Okay, and oh sorry, दो बार कर दिया. Undo and pick lines and offset of 4 inch. Yes, escape. Take this to the extreme edge of the building, extreme building edge. Line, draw 1 and 2. Uh-oh, 2. Okay, and it snaps. And just finish. Okay, 4. Now, I again say that CS, and now we will create the straight one. So snap, and this horizontal ones. So 1 and 2, but this time I'll call this A and select this again and say that CS and snap B. Okay. Now जैसे हमने ये ग्रिड लाइन, अरे तो लेवल लाइन है उसमें कस्टमाइजेशन किया, वैसे you have an ability to do the same customization here for this particular grid line also. For example, if I just select this, so instead of level, now it is reading grid, 1/4 inch of a bubble. ठीक है? अगर मैं इसे drop down करता हूँ, then you have 3 different types. For example, I'll select this. I'll change this to 1/4 inch custom gap. ठीक है? And I'll say that bubble gap. ठीक है? So what do you notice? You notice that all these 3 different categories, 3 different types differ with one another in some or the other way. This is the bottom taskbar. Sorry, bottom taskbar नहीं. इसे क्या कहते हैं? Quick access toolbar. Sorry. This is called the quick access toolbar, which has certain functions associated to it. Wherein for elevation, I just forgot to show you this level, the line weight. You see, if you remember, we had applied this particular line weight to this particular line. So with this, you can have a visual line weight turning on and off. Okay, I just go to this particular ground floor and I turn on and turn off the line weight. So you can see that here there is some or the other difference between, you see that, yeah, see. So this line, this is, forget about this too because those are angle lines, so that won't reflect the changes. But you watch this doesn't have the center segment. ये जो 5 नंबर की ग्रिड लाइन है उसकी सेंटर सेगमेंट नहीं है. ये जो है उसका भी कुछ अलग है. I just change this and turn on this. and turn on this. So if you just select both of this and say that HI, what is HI? This is this eyeglasses and this icon appear temporary hide isolate. मतलब पूरे प्रोजेक्ट में से अगर मुझे कुछ कुछ एलिमेंट्स या कुछ चीजें टेम्पररी आइसोलेटेड चाहिए, then you just select both of those that particular designated element, go to this particular eyeglasses and say that isolate element. So that will isolate that particular element temporarily. Okay, and I'll just click undo and I'll select 1, 2, and 3, and then say that HI. HI is the shortcut which I have added. Fine, it might be in your case also, और अगर नहीं है तो व्यू में जाके यूजर इंटरफेस में जाके कीबोर्ड शॉर्टकट में जाके लुक फॉर हिडन, दैट आर विजुअल स्टाइल. ये सारी विजुअल स्टाइल्स है, वायर फ्रेम, हिडन, शेडेड, कंसिस्टेंट कलर, टेक्सचर एक्सेट्रा. तो यूजर इंटरफेस में जाके कीबोर्ड शॉर्टकट पे जाओ और लिखो हिडन, तो आ जाएगा. यहाँ पे ये मैंने शॉर्टकट एंटर किया है HL, और HI के लिए टेम्पररी आइसोलेट का क्या एंटर किया है, टेम्पररी HR, दैट इज टेम्पररी रीसेट isolate. Yeah, HI. See, isolate element is entered. वो आप में भी होगा. This is the default Revit provide this particular shortcut HI. Okay. So coming to the points, ये तीनों लाइंस जो है उसके बेस में एक विजुअल डिफरेंस है, कलर का, पैटर्न का, लाइन वेट का. ओके. So why is that is like that? Because this is also a system family. If I just go to edit type, this is also a system family which is grid, which is referencing this to three different types, and this type has some or the other customization parameters associated to it which we can customize. Okay. So in this case, I press HR. HR मतलब temporary unisolate. मतलब यहाँ से let's just say that reset temporary hide. So that will unisolate everything. Okay, and you are back to what it was. Fine. So यहाँ से मैं ये second number को select करता हूँ, edit type करता हूँ, and I'll just duplicate this and call this PTS grid line. Okay. Now we need to understand. So HI, and I will temporarily isolate that particular grid line. Okay. And let's try to understand the different parameters associated to it. Okay. So I'll just go to this particular edit type. और यहाँ से symbol is grid head circle. ठीक है. अगर मैं no bubble कर दूंगा, apply and OK, so that bubble disappears. See, there are changes in the annotation, so this bubble disappears. I'll again go to edit and I'll say that no, I want this grid head circle. And just like level, you will have this here. See, grid head circle and grid head no bubble. जैसे level में था circle और no bubble, वैसे grid में भी है circle और no bubble. Okay. Now, what do you say that center segment? Center segment is right now custom. So I'll just say that none. अगर मैं none कर देता हूं तो बीच की segment निकल जाएगी. तो that is the customization this particular type follows. कौन सा? Bubble gap. हाँ. इसमें अगर मैं edit type में जाऊंगा तो यहाँ पे देखना center segment none ठीक है, none selected है. That's why it is not referencing the center segment. Fine. So I will again click this and press HI, and I would say that I want the center segment, but I want it to be continuous. ठीक है. I'll just say that apply and OK. तो complete line आ गई. ठीक है. वापस मैं जाता हूँ edit type में, और यहाँ से for this particular continuous, you have different line weights you can assign. 5 different colors which you can assign. Red, different pattern. Just like we assign a different pattern for level, we can assign different pattern to this particular grid line also. And I will enter this dash triple dot create of an hinge. And just like level, you can reference both the symbols at both the ends. Okay, which I have already checked by clicking that particular bubble. So I'll just press this apply, and with this changes, you see that our grid line has changed to this graphical representation. Fine. If I just zoom in and if I turn on the line weight, then you see the line weight also is visually seen. Okay. If I just scale down this a bit, you will properly able to visualize this. Okay? This is the visual scale. I'll keep it 1/4 of an inch. नहीं, कौन सा था? अच्छा, ये 3/16 कर देते हैं. Okay? And I'll just say that again 8. So now your grid line, this particular grid line differs from all this particular 3 grid lines that are given by Rabbit. क्योंकि हमने उसे हमारे एंड से हमारी तरह कस्टमाइज किया है. Again, I press HI, that is temporary isolate. I'll select this. I'll just go to edit type. And for this, I will say that custom. So as soon as I click this particular custom, you see that 2 more parameters pops up. Which 2 parameters? That is the center segment weight and center segment color and center segment pattern. 3 parameters. Which is not true. अगर मैं यहाँ से ये कंटिन्यूस करूंगा तो वो तीनों पैरामीटर निकल जाएंगे एंड यू जस्ट हैव दिस एंड सेगमेंट वेट कलर एंड पैटर्न. बट अगर मैं यहाँ से कस्टम करता हूं तो ये 3 पैरामीटर्स पॉप अप हो जाते हैं. कौन से 3 पैरामीटर्स? दे आर पर्टेनिंग टू सेंटर सेगमेंट, which you can change the line weight also and you can change the color also and you can reference a different pattern also. ये ओके, and I'll just click apply and okay. तो देखो ये तो एकदम अलग हो गई. So I will just HR and with everything turned on, now you see that this particular yeah. So you see that this is the grid line that we have customized, and this is the way, as per your office standards, you can create your own grid line also. Fine. This doesn't fall. This customization doesn't fall true for the oblique and slant grid line. See, for example, if I just select both of this, and if I just change this to PPS grid line, then the color might reflect, but the customization and the pattern which we have did, the changes which we have done to its pattern, that won't reflect. I don't know why it is like that, but that's okay, fine. So that was pertaining to grid lines. Okay, okay, all the customization pertaining to grid line. Okay, fine. So now under this build panel, we will start. Under the architecture tab, we have this particular build panel. Under this, first we will start with the WA, that is wall command. WA is a shortcut, open and close parentheses. And if I just click this particular wall, then you see that these are the different types of walls that are pre-hosted by Revit. Fine, predefined by Revit with its different structure and different layers. Fine. We will come back to it. It is a big command. It will take like 2 to 3 lectures to complete the entire wall command. But right now, I'll just give you a simple overview of this particular wall command. Generic 8-inch, and if I just go to this particular edit type, then this type properties dialog box pops up. Fine. Under which you have this construction part. Under which, if I just go to edit type, then you have here this dialog box under this, which reads that 8 inches. वो उसकी thickness है. ठीक है, this is the thickness parameter. Fine, everything will be made understand, everything will be taught, so don't worry. Right now, just try to follow. So whenever you click this particular command, I'll escape out of the command, come out of the command. I'll again press WA is the shortcut. You see that this particular parameters pops up. So what are these parameters called? As I said earlier, clicking any command, the parameters which pops up, which you can edit instantly, are called instance parameters. Fine. And like I showed, if I just go to edit type and change its type properties, then this are called the type parameters. ठीक है, वो धीरे धीरे सब कुछ समझ में आएगा. Fine. So first instance parameter is place wall, whether in depth or height. अगर depth click करूंगा तो warning आएगी. Of course, designated layer जो level है तुम्हारा ground floor, वहां से तुम depth में जाना क्यों चाहोगे? नहीं जाना चाहोगे ना? So we will always keep this particular parameter to height. Okay, height. And with that, now if I just drop down, then you have the different options where you can snap it to. So this is nothing but the different levels that has been created by us: basement, first, ground, second, terrace, etc. And with that, you have this unconnected also. Okay. For example, if I just select this to first floor, So automatically it accepts this value 10 feet. Why? Because the distance 0 to first floor, but the ground floor to the first floor, the distance that we have entered is 10 feet. Fine. So that's why it automatically accepts that particular 10 feet. But if I just say that unconnected, then you can enter your preferred height. Let's say that मुझे पैरापेट वॉल बनानी है, तो मैं एंटर करूंगा 3 फीट. तो वो जो वॉल मैं ड्रॉ करूंगा, I will just close this and press WT, so you can have side by side view of what you are drawing. And अगर मैं यहाँ पे जाके 3D में ड्रॉ करता हूँ, तो ये देखो, ये पैरापेट वॉल बन गई. फाइन, क्लियर. आई जस्ट प्रेस वन वॉल, एनी वन वॉल, कोई भी एक वॉल पे अपने माउस ले जाऊंगा एंड आई प्रेस टैब, so that will select all the four walls that have been all the walls that have been changed, drawn in chain. Not important 4 walls, वो तो रेक्टेंगल है इसलिए मैं 4 walls बता रहा हूँ. जितने भी वॉल ड्रॉ करोगे चेन में, you select one wall, press tab and select all the walls and just delete. Okay, so I just press again W, and this I will say that I wanted to go to second floor. Fine. So I just click, okay, and with second floor, WA and second floor, see, जैसे ही second floor किया, it automatically changes to 20 feet, okay. Then we have this location line. What does this say? Wall center line, core center line, and finish space exterior, finish space interior, core exterior and core interior. All this particular different things. I'll just make you explain step by step everything. Fine, okay. So let's keep this particular this location line aside for right now. And with this chain checked on, if I just start drafting, then you see that it goes creating that particular walls in third dimension in chain, because this chain is checked on. Let's say that if I just uncheck this, if I draw one wall and then done, it's finished. देखा, चेन चेक अनचेक का ये फायदा है, मतलब ये पर्पस है, फायदा नहीं, सॉरी, पर्पस. That with the chain checked on, you can go on drafting the walls, and with chain unchecked, the wall that you will draw, it will only draw one wall. Fine. Next is this offset. So what is this? So I will draw a line. See, right now the location line is center line. Don't worry about this. I'm coming back to it in today's class only. With this finish face exterior, I'll draw one particular line. And with this offset, I will just offset this 5 feet. Fine. And I will click here on this extreme edge and I will draw the wall. So what do you notice? That it has drawn a parallel wall from here. On this quick access toolbar also, you have this measure temporary between two references. ठीक है, दो रेफरेंस के बीच में ये टेम्पररी मेजर करता है, एंड दिस इज द परमानेंट मेजर विच यू हैव हियर आल्सो. यहाँ पे भी टेम्पररी मेजर कर सकते हो, एंड दिस इज द अलाइन डिमेंशन, वेरी पावरफुल डिमेंशन. So if I just measure it from here to here, it will reach 4 feet 4 inches. But if I measure from this center line to this center line, it will exactly reach 5 feet, because that is the offset which I have entered. And if I just select this particular two walls, then you see that those are the parallel walls drawn at 5 feet distance from one another. Okay? I'll again click this particular WA, fine, and chain bata diya, offset bata diya. Now what is this radius? If I just check this particular radius and say that 3 feet, okay, and if I just go on, chain is unchecked. So check chain and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you see that it draws with the fillet radius of 3 feet between these two walls. Okay? And you see that all the things that we are drafting in 2D also gets elevated and constructed in third dimension. Okay? Now coming to next part, that is this particular thing, location line, finish face exterior, finish face interior, but I guess that it's enough for today, just to give you a general introduction to this particular software and this particular working interface. And from next class, that is from Monday, we will continue from this particular point. Okay. So regarding today's lecture, does anyone have any doubts or queries? or any generalized doubts or queries you want to ask. Since this is the first lecture only. Karthik, that is not possible. If I'll go as per will of every student, then all the students will have a different preference. That cannot be worked out. So yeah, 10 o'clock. Okay, fine. Nine
Our next
forty-five.
class is on Sunday or Monday. Hello.
Sunday. Yes, Anish.
Sunday, okay. Hello.
Yes, Anish, tell me.
Hello. Actually, I have a doubt. As far as I mean, if I'm supposed to ask a general doubt, I mean to say, let's say on a floor plan we have many annotations to the beam. So can we provide the same annotations? How do we provide the same annotations in the cross-sectional plan where we have shown the reinforcement? This is my general doubt actually.
Uh, Look, we will proceed ahead as per the course structure which I have forwarded in the group. If you will ask such advanced question, then other students who are not even aware of this particular interface, they will end up leading nowhere. Fine. So what my point is that you just follow right now.
Yes,
And
I knew your point, but you said the general question. So,
uh,
okay. Anyways, yeah,
वो पॉइंट
I
आएगा
understand
वो
your
या
dilemma.
या वो पॉइंट आएगा what you are asking that point will come but right now if I'll solve that particular part other people won't understand that other students won't understand that so there is no point okay
Okay, okay,
yeah
no
fine
problem.
yes Karthik tell me बोलिए Karthik
Hello.
yes yes Anish
Hi, sir. I am from Anish. I am from UK basically.
yeah okay
And if any chances to basically in particular designing part of Revit, it's any changes or any kind of default mediums in the UK or not for India? Is India is same for the UK or not?
मतलब मुझे समझ में नहीं आ रहा तुम्हारा क्वेश्चन I'm not getting your point
Is
query
sorry, sir. Is any default setting in the Revit is for UK or India is same or different?
नहीं सेम मतलब यूके यूएस एंड यूके लाइब्रेरी दैट्स व्हाट यू आर सेइंग
Okay,
लाइब्रेरी की
sir.
बात कर रहे
Okay,
हो
sir. Yeah, yes, sir.
yeah doesn't see okay if I just go to this particular file new and family then you have under this RBT under this particular family under this family templates also this is English Imperial and this is English ठीक है यूके
Okay.
तो है ही नहीं
Yeah.
यूके तो है ही नहीं there is no यूके
Okay.
English
Okay.
refers to metric system मतलब मीटर सेंटीमीटर and
Okay.
English Imperial refers to imperial system मतलब feet and inches okay
Yeah.
तो वो
Okay.
क्लियर होगा धीरे धीरे everything will be clear okay so don't worry
Okay. Thank you, sir.
yeah doesn't matter yes
So
anyone else
Friday,
yeah,
Saturday, Saturday.
related to what
Friday
time
Saturday will
go to
have
work.
there is
Monday
lot
can
of
start.
Karthik there is lot of disturbance ये किसी के एंड पे पीछे एम्बुलेंस की आवाज आ रही है प्लीज म्यूट योर माइक yeah Karthik plus isolate yourself whenever you are in class this is for all the
Hello.
students yes, Nasir, just hold on. Just a second. This is for all the students that whenever you are in class, just make sure that you have isolated yourself in a room or some place elsewhere so that background noise won't disturb the class. Okay? Yeah, fine. Nasir, tell me. क्या बोल रहे थे?
Yeah, I just wanted to know up to which dimension we are going to work in Revit, sir.
मतलब what dimension मतलब? कितना
Actually, I
डिटेल
have
में मैं
heard.
सिखाने वाला
Yeah,
हूँ?
I have I have heard about LOD, sir. Level of
हाँ,
dimension. मतलब 4D, 5D, 6D, 7D is
हम्म,
the facility management out there.
हम्म, हम्म.
In Revit, up to what dimension we are going to work, sir?
4D and do you understand by LOD 5D?
Yes, sir.
500 LOD 500 पता है क्या है?
Sir, greater the information will be gathered in LOD 500.
नहीं मेरे भाई ऐसा नहीं होता फर्स्ट गेट योर सेल्फ क्लियर अबाउट द कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ एलओडी LOD 400 listen, LOD 400 stuff, it implies to software part. Okay. After 450, you start communicating with site, and LOD 500 is completely practical on site.
Okay.
तो मैं सिर्फ 400 तक के सिखा सकता हूँ.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So
And
if you just
can you
WhatsApp,
tell me?
if you are a part of WhatsApp group, then today only I have forwarded a tutorial to one of the students who was asking for job placement. If I am not in your or some other WhatsApp group, I don't remember, but I'll just pass on the last tutorial, complete project, live project, March batch, which I have, which is there on YouTube ptscadexpert expert app also, and I'll just forward the link टुडे इन ग्रुप व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप. तो आप देख लो वो, तो आपको पता चल जाएगा कि मैं कौन से लेवल तक का सिखा सकता हूँ. ओके.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
या डजंट मैटर. यस, एनीवन एल्स, एनीथिंग?
सर एलओडी होता क्या है?
LOD is level of detail that you provide. For example, if I just take you to this particular project, no, by mistake I didn't save it. That's fine. Okay. This is the last batch live project. Every batch I don't do live projects. There are a lot of live projects that have been done by me already. But as soon as I learn and update myself, so I deliver new things. So this is a project to the level of detail. That is, you see that area gross plan, then you have this particular drafting details, typical wall section. ये तो AutoCAD का wall section है. You can create it in Revit also. Then quantities, schedules, those schedules, floor material takeoff, mortar, floor schedules, wall ka plaster, the quantity, then drawing, the level which the level with which you draw, you elevate your project, if you call the level of detail, that is LOD.
Sir, is there any specific number allowed to this, like 400, 450, or 500, what they are talking about?
नहीं, अरे भाई, अगर तुम सिर्फ 3D बनाने के लिए Revit का यूज करोगे, that means you are providing using level only, LOD only. कॉन्सेप्चुअल स्टेज पे जब बॉक्स बनाते हो, अपन 3D में बॉक्सिंग करते हैं, मार्सिंग करते हैं, 3D में मार्सिंग करते हैं, दैट इज LOD 100. जैसे जैसे डिटेल्स बढ़ाते जाओगे तो LOD लेवल इंक्रीज होता जाएगा. दैट डिपेंड्स. फॉर एग्जांपल, इफ आई जस्ट गो टू 3D, यू सी दैट दिस इज नॉट अ JPEG इमेज. ये रूफ के ऊपर ये जो टाइल्स दिख रही है ना, वो JPEG इमेज नहीं है, वो एक्चुअल 3D टाइल्स है. तो दिस इज द लेवल ऑफ डिटेल विच आई हैव प्रोवाइडेड. गेटिंग इट? दैट गोज ऑन इंक्रीजिंग द लेवल. जितनी डिटेल ज्यादा दोगे उतना तुम्हारा लेवल ऑफ डिटेल बढ़ेगा. फाइन? क्लियर?
Yes, sir.
या ये देखो कितना डिटेल में बनाया है ये मैंने. तो दिस इज द लेवल ऑफ डिटेल. ओके. यस, एनीवन एल्स, एनीथिंग? And that pertains to even drafting part. That even the drafting part includes the level of detail with which you draw, which you construct. Yes, anyone else, anything? Or shall we hang up today's class?
सर थोड़ा सा जूम कीजिए जो आपने बनाया था.
किसका?
जो आपने सर ये प्रोजेक्ट बनाया ना, इस पे थोड़ा सा जूम कीजिए फेशिया पे.
पिछले बैच में भी
ये
वो.
फेशिया है ये क्या?
हाँ,
फैमिली बनाना पड़ता है या ऐसे ही?
ये फेशिया बनाना पड़ता है. मलिक इरफान करके पिछले बैच में भी एक स्टूडेंट था, कश्मीर से ही था. मुझे पता है आप लोगों को इसमें बहुत इंटरेस्ट है. ये लास्ट लेक्चर है, द हाउ टू क्रिएट सच रील्स, the last lecture of this particular course. So don't worry, I will deliver that. I'll teach you how to make this particular thing.
Sir, is this done in masking and side or directly in the direct architectural phase, sir?
This is this right now it is too advanced to ask this question. Just
Okay.
first learn the fundamentals, basics. Revit में पहले basic सीखो, फिर आगे जाके सब clear होगा. ठीक है? सब कुछ सिखाऊंगा मैं, डोंट वरी। पैरामेट्रिक मॉडलिंग भी
Thank you,
सिखाऊंगा।
sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, okay. Fine. So now
Okay.
we will meet on Sunday 9:45. I'll forward the link, and the class will start by 10 a.m. and 10 by 10:15. After 10:15, all will be allowed for live class. So just make sure that you join on time. Okay. Bye everyone. Have a good day, and let me know if you have any doubts or queries. Watch the video and get up to this point. Yeah. Bye.
Nice, very good.